So, have you heard about that epic fiasco with a top secret signal chat in the Trump camp?
Yeah, oh boy. It's like something straight out of a political satire, right? A group chat intended for coordinating military airstrikes ended up leaking classified war plans for Yemen.
Absolutely, and get this, the chat not only spilled details on possible airstrikes against Houthi rebels, but it also accidentally included a journalist in the mix. Jeffrey Goldberg from The Atlantic was like the uninvited guest.
hmm I mean, come on. Accidentally inviting the press into a high-stakes war room? That's, like accidentally texting your mom instead of your best friend about your deepest secret.
Right? And the irony is they used Signal because, it's supposed to be super secure and all that. But by adding an uncleared outsider, they totally dismantled that layer of protection.
It just goes to show that even the so-called secure apps can get compromised if you're not careful. I mean, who hasn't accidentally invited someone they really shouldn't have to a sensitive conversation?
Exactly. It amplifies the absurdity of the whole situation. And then there's JD Vance, a vocal MAGA supporter publicly, but in this private chat, he's confessing doubts about the plan to bomb Yemen.
That twist is especially jarring. His private messages betray his public loyalty. It almost feels like a double standard. Out in the open, Trump's camp parades loyalty, but behind closed doors, they're rethinking things.
Yup, it's like an accidental reveal of a hidden narrative. Imagine discussing matters of national security with the casual tone of a family group text, complete with emojis.
I mean, using emojis in a chat about potential airstrikes? That has to be one of the most surreal elements here. It's like mixing boardroom seriousness with high school texting style.
Right, and it really underscores how the boundaries in these circles can get blurry. One minute you're talking about life and death decisions, and the next you're throwing in a smiley face to lighten the mood.
But isn't that the problem? The same behavior that these officials claim is like disciplined national security coordination is operating with reckless abandon.
Definitely, and it also opens up the question of selective outrage. Trump supporters have long insisted on respecting national security, while at the same time pointing fingers at Democrats for comparatively minor leaks.
Yeah, it's ironic. I mean, if a Democrat did something similar, the uproar would be on another level. This kind of hypocrisy is almost too rich to be true.
Exactly. And let's not forget, this isn't an isolated incident for Trump's team. There's a history of loose lips and careless handling of state secrets.
Although, in this particular case, the mistake of inviting a journalist simmers with an additional layer of betrayal. It's like a poorly planned dinner party, where the guest list accidentally includes a rival critic.
Right, and that's where the real danger lies. Not only does it expose critical military strategies, but it also potentially tips off adversaries. The stakes are incredibly high.
Yeah, for sure. And when you consider that these mistakes echo a pattern of strategic recklessness, it makes you wonder how much actual oversight there is in these discussions.
Exactly. It almost feels like a misplaced confidence. The idea that using a secure chat app automatically ensures everything is locked down, when in reality, one small slip-up, like adding an outsider, can unravel the whole plan.
But shouldn't there be checks and balances in place? I mean, some level of internal security protocol?
One would hope so, but this incident seems to reveal that internal protocols were, let's say, lacking. It's almost like they were too eager to project an image of toughness and discipline, and in the process, they entirely forgot about the practical aspects of security.
Exactly. And it's almost humorous in a tragic way, discussing life and death military tactics as if it were just another group chat banter session with random emojis popping up.
Yeah, it's absurd. I mean, imagine coordinating airstrikes with the same ease you'd discuss weekend plans. It's like turning a strategic war room into a casual hangout.
Right. It definitely challenges our notion of what serious matters should look like. But don't you think there's also a cautionary tale here about over-reliance on technology for critical communications?
For sure. It's a reminder that technology, no matter how secure it's marketed to be, is only as foolproof as the people using it. A misstep by one individual can have catastrophic consequences.
Yeah, I agree. And it also shows how personal dynamics, like a loyal supporter secretly questioning orders, can undermine the entire structure when left unchecked.
Indeed, and it puts the spotlight on the disconnect between public posturing and private doubts. When national security is at risk, those discrepancies can be incredibly dangerous.
But here's a thought. Maybe this whole fiasco is not just about individual mistakes, but about an institutional culture that, well, thrives on impulsiveness over diligence, right?
I'd say so. There's a clear pattern of loose procedures and a lack of accountability. It's like they were more absorbed in the show of loyalty than in the details of operational security.
Yeah, exactly. And that makes you wonder what the long-term implications might be, not only for policy, but for trust in national leadership as well.
Exactly. The repercussions could be far-reaching. Leaks like these could embolden adversaries and weaken America's strategic stance.
Yeah, it's a real mess. It echoes a broader narrative, doesn't it? One where bold displays of strength might actually mask an undercurrent of vulnerability and internal chaos.
Yeah, it's as if the image of disciplined authority is just a facade. Beneath that, everything's a bit more spontaneous, even reckless, if you ask me.
I get that, though I think it's important not to oversimplify. While the incident definitely exposes recklessness, it might also be symptomatic of rapid and unorthodox decision-making in high-pressure environments.
That's a fair point. But even so, the dangerous mix of war plans, emojis, and unintended journalist invitations is hard to overlook as a clear sign of mismanagement.
Right, truly. And it does leave us with a lot to ponder about our reliance on tech and the nature of confidential communications in our modern era.
Absolutely. It's both a cautionary tale about secure communications and a stark reminder of how slippery the terrain of national security can be when mixed with casual digital culture.
Yeah, indeed. It makes you wonder if someday we'll look back at this as the turning point where a culture of overconfidence in technology and protocols paved the way for even bigger blunders.
Perhaps. But for now, it stands as a vivid example of how even the highest stakes can sometimes be managed like a casual group chat, a real wake-up call for everything involved.
Absolutely. Well, I guess the lesson here is to always double-check who's in the chat, especially when secrets as huge as war plans are on the line.
Couldn't have said it better. A mix of high politics and everyday blunders. It's a saga that will, no doubt, be discussed for a long time.
For sure.